Coming to you live from the Elliott Avenue Studios, this is The Barbershop. Brought to you by Trufant Auto Detail, the official auto detail provider of the Seattle Seahawks. And by the Trufant Family Foundation, an organization aimed at improving the community one kid at a time. With Marcus Trufant, here's T. Holla.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's The Barbershop. I'm your boy, T. Holla.
And yes, it's Marcus Trufant.
True is back in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. First and foremost, we want to say thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here with us each and every week at the same place at the same time. We appreciate the love and the support. Tonight, we got a hell of a show lined up for you guys, man. Ayesha Curry, the wife of the Golden State Warriors superstar Steph Curry, has been in the news over the past week, and we are definitely going to talk about that. A couple of legendary Seattle Seahawks have been released by the team this week. We're going to definitely talk about that, what kind of impact that's going to have on the organization, what kind of impact that's going to have on the city and the community as a whole. And, of course, the Game of Thrones. We are approaching the final episode of the final season, and it's getting heavy, it's getting thick. So we got a lot to talk about in that situation. But before we get into any and all of that, I got to say it's a special night tonight. I have this feeling it's like the prodigal son has returned. It has been a long time, True, since we've seen you, man. And before we get into this, man, I even have to give you your own theme music. For us to get into this conversation, man, and I got to say it's been a while, but True,
welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out.
I had to give you your theme song, man, for coming back.
Know how to make a brother feel all right. Coming
Hey.
back to the show, man. That's all right.
Welcome back, man. How you been, man?
I've been good, man. I've been good. I've been, man, I'm trying to stay mentally in this thing, man. I've been on IR from the show.
Yes.
A lot of stuff going on.
We
When
have-
you get an injury, you go through a lot of things.
Yes. To give everybody a refresher reminder, because I know we've been saying it every week. We've been giving people kind of the update on what we know about you. You hurt your ankle, but it wasn't just a regular ankle injury. Like, you didn't just sprain your ankle.
Right.
What happened, man?
I tore my Achilles.
Oh,
Not right? It's
that's
E.
that's some new stuff, huh?
Right. Tore my,
Reese said, what is it?
I was wondering. I know that was like a term I just never heard of.
tore my Achilles. Not really trying to show out on the basketball court. Just doing, I'm on the court getting cardio.
Mm-hmm.
And our team was winning. I was down in Tacoma at the new Y down there. And, team was winning. And we were doing the thing, kind of playing hot potato, kind of keep away towards the end of the game so the other team couldn't get it.
Wait a minute. Before you finish, so you guys you had a clock running? Was you running to like 21?
No, clock. Miss a league.
It's a real league.
Yeah, we won the championship last year.
Okay.
Shout out to Team TAC.
All right.
So, championship last year, first or second game of the season. I'm just trying to get across the court, beat the 10-second clock, and bah!
Felt like you got shot.
Hell no.
Man, it felt like somebody kicked me in the back of my leg. Somebody ran into me. I'm talking crazy to the other dude. I thought he ran into me. I thought it was flagrant foul. I thought it was a tech, but I guess it was just me, man. That's what they say. After I did the research, I talked to the doctor. They say it felt like somebody punched you in the back of the leg, somebody kicked you, something like that. So that's where I'm at, man. I'm about a week out of surgery, almost 2 weeks, actually, on Thursday. So just got the stitches out today. Man, I'm still riding around in my Cadillac. People can't see it, but I got the little knee scooter, so I've been cruising around on that. He did hit a rock the other day and almost came over the handlebars. But,
Oh no!
Oh, hell no.
but me and my athleticism, so it worked out.
Your
I'm
athleticism
still here.
saved you again.
I'm still here.
Still here, still strong. I'm still here. Yeah, so you said, so now I wish everybody could get a glimpse of this. Maybe we'll post a picture of your little cart on our Twitter account tonight so everybody can go and check it out. But you rolling around with your leg cart, and I told you you're going to wear out just your left shoe. You're going to have a whole closet full of only right shoes when this thing is over because you're going to wear out your whole left shoe.
Yeah, it's bad. I can't wait, man. I feel like my jeans is even getting skinnier on the left-hand side. My thighs getting too big.
True walking
I
around.
see you look at my shorts.
I had to look. Now look at your leg.
Oh,
just
okay.
now.
I'm about to say, I wear skinny shorts, too, so don't.
Well, no, I know
I see you
because-
judging me from a distance,
I'm not.
but, I mean, it's 2019,
I'm
so
not-
they
don't do me
skinny
like that.
shorts, skinny jeans too. So
I look because I know a lot of people coming off of long injuries like that.
Right.
There's stuff like like one leg will get smaller. Mm-hmm. That's always.
got the skinny right leg.
No, you was looking at them skinny shorts, man. Don't tell them, don't lie, man.
Well, here's the thing: I ain't even seen dog stand up this whole time. He came straight from the Cadillac scooter to straight to the chair.
That's all right. True walking around like,
I broke my
How you find
back.
skinny shorts, bro?
What do you mean by that? You broke
Back is broken.
what? A vertebrae or
I'm about to find some.
portion?
It's summertime,
Spinal.
baby. I'm out here.
Spinal.
spinal. But anyways, we are glad to have you back. I know you've been traveling as well too, but we are glad to have you back here in the shop. We are coming off Mother's Day yesterday, and we want to
Yeah.
give a special shout out to all the mothers out there that are listening, the official Barbershop mothers. Thank you guys for all that you do. Thank you for all that you mean to us. Did you guys do anything special for Mother's Day yesterday?
I had my mom and, of course, my wife, the beautiful mother of my children. We went to church.
Amen.
Then we went to Salty's and had our annual Mother's Day brunch.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And we were joined by the Babineaus,
All right.
Nice.
Babineau and his beautiful wife, Everly.
Shout out Big Play Babs.
Yeah, so that was a good time, man.
Right on, man. Well,
good time.
I gotta tell you guys a quick story before we get into our actual show. Yesterday was Mother's Day, of course. At our house, I bought my my wife a present. I got her a foot massager.
Okay.
This contraption, it's a little heated contraption. You put your feet on it. It has these kneading balls that roll around, right? And everybody was excited about it. All the kids, they wanted to try it out, and everybody got their turn on the foot massage thing. It was the big hit of the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I figured eventually I was going to take my turn. So I put my feet on the thing, right? And it started rolling around. I started feeling it, kind of started feeling good, right? You know, you start getting that massage, and then you're like, I could get a little deeper, right? So what I did is I pressed my feet hard down on it because I usually don't have people.
Was it a handheld one? Or?
No, it's like you put your feet on it. You're supposed to sit down on the chair and just rest your feet on it and let it do the work, right?
Okay.
But I'm gonna be tough. I want to get some extra. I feel like no one's ever massaged my feet before.
Deep tissue.
Yeah, I want
what you're looking for, right?
Yeah, it started feeling good, so I pushed my feet hard down into it, and it was hurting, but it was feeling good. You know what I'm saying?
It hurt so good.
Yeah. So I'm
Trying to see where this is going.
yeah. Look, so I got it. I'm doing this for like 15 minutes. It's hurting, but it's good. It's hurting, but it's good. Then I stop. I tell y'all brothers, no lie. About an hour later, could not walk. I could not walk for the whole night and for the whole day. This thing bruised the bottom of my feet, like it tore off. Like when I'm saying, like it was when I say I couldn't walk, I'm dead serious. I could not walk from my couch to my room, bro. I was out there like,
That's what you get for showing out anyway.
I was just thinking that. Trying to
That
tell
wasn't even
guys.
your gift. And he said 15 minutes? Come on.
I wanted to make sure it would work. It was proficient. It was going to do the job.
Why
I
didn't
didn't
you
want
do
to.
that before you bought the gift?
Cause you know how do you open up somebody's foot
No.
massage machine and try it out in the store?
Do it still work after all that?
I don't know.
Deep,
That's what that's what I don't.
Just ruined
know.
the present.
Yeah, so I've ruined it. But the moral of the story, I just now I played it off for y'all because I didn't want to spoil it before we got on the air. When y'all saw me walking around a minute ago,
Yeah.
I was tiptoeing in pain. I was making sure y'all wasn't watching me.
That's all good, man. You know,
I didn't want to spoil the story I was going to tell y'all on air. So
I tried to play off my injury too.
there's no way you can play off the
Actually.
injury.
yeah, how do you play that?
Told my wife it was a high sprain, but I did stop at Walgreens first and get a cane before I came home, so that kind of gave it away.
Yeah, and then you tried to go
Why?
snowboard.
Snowboard.
But why?
This fool.
Oh yeah, you did go snowboard.
Yeah,
after.
yeah,
But why
yeah,
try to be hella tough?
I'm not, man. I mean, it's all mental for me. I
I mean, yeah, I get the.
think I can do anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're a professional
Still.
athlete at a point, and I understand that. We were talking about that before, you know, like barreling through injuries and all that. But if you hurt, man, you hurt.
Yeah. Well, and then I'm hurt, but I'm recovering though. I'm gonna bounce back from this injury.
Now your
though.
thing is different.
I'm gonna bounce back from the massage. But my lesson to you guys here, the moral of the story is not just don't use other people's stuff when you give it to them, but not everything is for everybody, man. I mean, my feet were probably not meant to be treated in such a fashion. I have flat feet. I have like Fred Flintstone feet. They're not meant to be kneaded and dug deep into like that. So not everything is for everybody. Which leads me to talk to you guys about this next subject.
Okay.
Not everything is for everybody. Ayesha Curry last week, over the past 7 days, has come out with some things, and I'm not sure everything is for everybody in her case, and I want to get your opinion on it. She was on the show. I think it was called Red Tables.
The Red Table Talk.
Yeah. Red Table Talk.
Jada
yeah.
Pinkett.
Jada,
Yeah.
Yep.
And, they were talking about the attention that Steph gets, and he's always the center of attention, and she's been the basketball wife for so long that she's kind of lost her identity. That basically it has come out where she has this feeling like she's being left out. She's being neglected. She's needing that male attention, and it caused a lot of controversy with people around the country, especially in social media. And basically what she said was something that bothers me and has honestly given me a sense of a little bit of insecurity is the fact that, there are all these women like throwing themselves at Steph, but me, like for the past 10 years, I don't have any of that. And she has zero, it sounds weird, but zero male attention. And then I began to internalize it, and I'm like, is something wrong with me? And she goes on to say, that not necessarily that's what she's looking for, but it would be nice to have somebody looking at her or interested in her. So, fellas, I need your input right out the gate. What do you think about Ayesha and her feeling of wanting some male attention? She wants somebody in her inbox.
In the DMs?
She wants somebody going down in the DMs.
Down in the DMs?
I want you to go first, Reese. I'm kind of
Really?
nervous.
Okay. Don't be scared.
Okay. I feel like I can understand where she's coming from, because she's been this person to him for so long. She had like a budding career. I think she was an actress before. She was on like a show, and then like all that kind of went to the wayside, and she just became Steph Curry's wife. And then 3 children later, what do you do, right? And then I understand the wanting to feel attractive, like again, like me coming out of my relationship, I feel like I just want to feel like I still got it a little bit. I don't need to do anything to, try to promote that or nothing like that, but I just want to feel good about myself. Right. And then I think one of the
Wait a minute, before you go any further, I just got to say, before we went on the air, Reese did tell us that over the past week, he's been called a bad bitch like 3 times.
I did get called a bad bitch.
So is this a continuation of your bad bitch list right here?
Nah.
You talking about you want to feel appreciated?
Well, I mean,
you need to feel love right now.
I mean, but there's always that, right? Like, I mean, if you guys know, you guys been married for, however many years. Like, and it's not that you need to go out and seek that attention, but it's always nice to receive that attention. I think for her, she kind of put herself up against the 8 ball, though, with all the tweets like, my husband's the only one that I need, I don't need attention from everybody else. And like a lot of these wholesome, what they call pick-me tweets, so like, that's her attitude. You're not going to get that. So I understand that she doesn't have it. And then people respect Steph. People not, we're not going to pop at Ayesha Curry when you see her out. You know what I'm saying? People respect that. People respect that man.
I mean, I kind of see it from both sides. I understand, and I get it, and everybody, and even men, Reese, just like you said, you want to feel like you still got it or you want to feel like it's something there. But, I mean, I feel like there is a double standard, of course. If a guy or Steph or even me, if I want to say, okay, I've been married for 11 years and I kind of lost myself. I used to be this. I used to be that.
I ain't what I used to be.
I need to get out there and maybe see if I still got it.
Right.
I need to put some shots up and see.
Right.
And, even though I would say in all honesty that women are better than men, so in a situation like this, in this type of conversation, most women will take the attention and, and be able to cut it off at a certain point. But men, us just being us and we
go too far?
Yeah.
Every time.
Come on now.
Go too far, get jammed up, and then you in all types of controversy, and then you dealing with all types of stuff. You got your marriage on the line. But women, because men are a certain way, are able to just cut it off and be able to, stop. But it's a double standard, but I get it. I think people dug too deep into it. I don't think she was saying, I want to be out here and I'm looking for a lot of this attention.
Maybe she wasn't,
it came off that way.
But she does, I think, at the end of the day, she says she does want that attention. She does need that validation. But
I think all women do, even if they don't say it. All women do, I think so.
Yeah. On the flip side of that, going back to what you said, Reese, just a second ago, she feels like she has just become Mrs. Steph Curry or the mother of Steph Curry's kids. I mean, at the end of the day, I know everybody wants to have their own identity and their own, but is that such a bad identity to have? Like, this is who I am. Like, maybe that's who you were destined to be.
Well, I feel like with somebody like her who feels like she is capable of being her own person, like she tried, do the cooking show, and like I said before, they got married. Like she was kind of the star. She was coming off a whole season of a show, a sitcom. I think it got canceled, but like, she felt like she was an up-and-coming star, and she had to put that, to the back burner.
But does she have to? That's the other question.
She doesn't have to. No.
So at the end of the day, this is kind of meandering into a different area. So what's holding her back? I think she is Steph Curry's wife. She's been in that position. Everybody in America knows her as that. She has a platform. Why can't she use that to elevate herself to do some of the things she wants to do? Why can't she just say, look, hey, now I've done my motherly job. I'm still going to continue to be a mother. I'm still going to continue to be your wife. But hey, let's do some Ayesha time.
That's what I would say. I think there's a season of course, for everybody to have their time. Steph's not always going to be this guy in the NBA. She's not always going to be the mom that has these young kids. They're going to grow. They're going to mature. I'm talking about even in their marriage. So things change and roles flip and things happen. So I think she may need to not so much grow up, but just be able to realize that things aren't always going to be like this. And if you have those goals and if you have those aspirations to be able to want to step out and do your own thing, I think in due time. Or you find people to help you with that, and you can get to that.
And they have access to everything. You have all the resources in order to do, whatever it is. I
think people went too deep.
A lot of people did.
On her. Because I think in women, it's just a thing.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it's just a thing.
I will say, I'm not just to say about women. I think it's everybody. I think everybody wants to feel.
I think everybody does like to feel validated.
I take it back then.
Well, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but
I think it's everybody. Everybody wants to feel like they are the.
Here's the thing. But here's the thing I want to say about this, and then I'll leave poor Miss Ayesha alone because she's gone through enough this past week. I do get it. I understand the wanting to be validated, wanting to feel like you are attractive to some extent outside of your just little circle. Because sometimes even if you're a alleged celebrity or a superstar and you're in this life and all you know is Steph and the kids in the house and go to the game and then come home and it's Steph and the kids and go to the game and that's your circle.
Right.
You might not realize that other people out there looking at you like, man, Ayesha she's all right. She's an attractive lady.
I think that was the reaction I first had when I first seen her. Oh, she's cute.
Yeah, I think.
Man, maybe it's more of a internal thing too.
Yeah.
Maybe she do have some issues with self-confidence and stuff like that.
She had 3 kids, like almost back to back to back. Like
okay,
that weigh on you.
And then on top of it, man, Steph mama is so fine. Steph mama is like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
She's a pretty lady.
You ain't lying, man.
So here's the real point I had though about that was, do you think that maybe that this was an opportunity, like she took the wrong stance at the wrong time and used the wrong platform to say this? Like maybe she didn't need to tell the entire world that she needed this validation. She didn't, maybe that was just something she could have just kept to herself.
She shouldn't have to do that though. I feel like.
But why? Like I'm saying, like, okay, so let me flip it. I hate to do this to y'all. I'm gonna do it to you anyways. But what if you were in that situation with your significant other? Mm-hmm. Would you want her to air that out to the public that she's not feeling a certain way?
This is gonna take a whole different. I mean,
I know. I didn't want to go there. I'm trying to make it simple.
But
sure.
But what I was gonna say was, I feel like her as a black woman, you can't be pigeonholed because that is a safe space for them. Like the Red Table Talk is a safe space for all black women to be able to come and express themselves and shine light on.
In front of 1 million people, though.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
Because more women need to be made aware that it's okay to feel the way that she feels. If we start to just put muzzles on black women and say you can only do that here within the house, we're kind of going back to the
I get that, but certain no. But I'm not saying like every single conversation, every single topic. There's certain things that. Things that go in for this house. Right? Yeah. But what goes on in this house stays in this house.
Then I have to pose a question to you guys, though. Then, if your wife came to you and said that, like, what would your reaction be? Would it be one of empathy, or would it be one of you would instantly shut that down? Like, you don't need nobody else but me?
To be honest, because my wife, I feel like she shuts down the room. I mean, in most places that she go. And
right.
I'm, secure enough in our relationship, and I know that.
Right.
I think she's beautiful, so it's gonna be obvious that
other men think she's beautiful.
that other men are going to think she's beautiful.
Right.
But I know that the relationship that we have is, of course, strong enough. I can handle that.
Right.
And, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. But if she's going to go out and she's feeling a way, I think it's okay. She can be an open book. I like that Ayesha was an open book. And at first I was kind of like, oh, man, Steph and how Steph feeling. But it's not always about the guy. It's not always about what we feel.
Right,
so
right.
Women have to be able to express themselves, and we should be there to support, grow with them, and try to help them if we can.
And again, at the end of the day, when I pose those questions, I'm just being the devil's advocate, man.
Right.
I don't feel that Ayesha was completely out of pocket by what she did. She's, this is how she feels.
That's her truth.
It's her truth. It's her deal. And more importantly, Steph, her husband, was 100% behind her. He came out and made a public statement, and everything that goes on in their house is their business. And as long as they're solid with each other, that's all that matters. So,
can I say this real fast? Yeah. I think we should feel privileged to be able to even hear a conversation like that, because you know how many conversations we don't hear and we're not privy to.
Absolutely.
It gives us an opportunity to be more empathetic towards the ladies in our lives. Like the Red Table Talk is specifically for women, or most times it is.
Yeah.
We got to look at it like being a fly on the wall, and be appreciative and then make the changes in our relationships based off of things like that.
I know people killed her on social media, though.
Oh,
a lot of the memes was funny, too. I saw.
Yeah, they did.
Funny
But that's, like you said, like we just said, fortunately, she has the support of the people that's important to her, and the only people that matter, and that's her husband and her family. So she's all good. A shout out to Ayesha. Shout out to Steph, man. Hopefully, we can all learn a lesson from what you guys went through, and hopefully our relationships can be as strong as yours. A relationship that has just ended this past week between the Seattle Seahawks and two legends. Doug Baldwin and Kam Chancellor were released from the roster officially this week, both due to injury-related issues. Neither one could pass the physical. The Kam Chancellor thing wasn't a surprise to me. We knew that Kam was done. He announced a while back he was done. It didn't take me by surprise.
Right.
He's already moved on with his life and his career. Doug was a little bit more shocking this week. I kind of was hoping that some things would happen and he would be able to heal up from some of the surgeries he had this past offseason, but it didn't happen. It was a shocker. I'll be honest with you. It was a shocker for me. When we look at the impact that both of these guys had, both Doug and Kam, what do you guys think about the effect that it's going to have on the Seahawks organization moving forward, looking at a team that doesn't have a star like Doug Baldwin out there at the receiver position, the guy that's been here for the past 8 years, that's led them to a couple Super Bowls, led them to NFC championships, made some of the most incredible catches in this franchise's history, and, of course, Kam the enforcer, being that tough guy on the defensive end, on the defensive end of the ball. What do you think that their loss is going to be to this team?
Well, I think, of course, it's one of those things. We talk about the game, but at the same time, a house of business. I think the Seahawks were prepared for this. I know Doug has been having issues for some time now, or at least I've been hearing that. I really didn't know officially, but, Pete and John are pretty smart guys, and they feel like they always got a plan B and C, so they always going to be ready. So
Right.
I just think it's one of those things, man. It's a part of it, and you go through it as a fan. Guys play, and then they're gone. And somebody told me
NFL.
once that once you leave, it was like you was never there. Because it's always the next star coming up. It's the next guy that's coming up to do his thing. And eventually, you just fade away. But I think these two guys, and what I love about these two guys is their focus, and it looks like how well they're going to do off the field. Guys that have much more to give to the community, much more to give to, to their families. I think they do well on the transition. I talk about the transition. It's tough. I heard somebody once say that it compares to a death in the family. I know that's deep, but it's something that you've been doing since you was,
I mean, if we're fortunate,
young,
we're
right?
very fortunate because we have Marcus here. I mean, I want you to speak to it from your perspective, then.
Right.
Like, going through what Doug has just gone through with this team, being physically unable to play, unable to pass the physical. I'm sure mentally he probably still in his brain maybe wants to play. I don't know if I don't know. I honestly I think I haven't heard much from him. By the way, have you guys heard anything publicly from Doug? Any statements? Anything?
Yeah, he tweeted about it a little bit. He was just saying, it's kind of like the end of a journey,
right?
And you
like
start new, and
yeah.
And you got a lot more living to do, man. They try to make you feel like you're old in the locker room and you get close to 30 and all this kind of stuff. But you young, man. Doug, I don't think he got any kids yet.
No.
But he did say, I remember we were working on a project together a couple years ago.
Right.
And he always said, I want to retire by 30.
Right.
He's like, I want to be able to walk, and run with my kids when that time comes.
And that's what it's about, man. And a lot of people don't realize that as the 12s, and it's really not their job to. They fall in love with these guys because of football, but there's life outside of that. There's so much life outside of that, and you're at 30, you got a lot of life to live. Cam's, his wife is pregnant now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so they're expecting their first child.
And Cam has a lot of stuff going on outside of football, man.
Business, all types of stuff. You want to give back to the community.
He's modeling.
Cam always been modeling since he came in the league, right?
Yeah,
but actually, I bought a pair of his shoes the other day, man. You got to support black business.
Yes, but you know what the thing is? Not just support black business, but Cam actually has some good looking shoes, man. So I've seen them. Have you put them on yet, True?
No, I still got them in the box. They still fresh, man. I'm waiting for the right time to
I'm gonna
splash.
Exactly. I'm gonna shout out to Cam because I need you to send me a pair of them shoes, man. The horse bit ones. They look they're sharp. But yeah, he has some things going on. He has the clothing line. He has the fitness training he's been doing. Now the shoes and the modeling and stuff like that. I mean, like you said, it's a long life, and these guys have. I think they've done a good job of setting themselves up for what they want to do moving forward outside of football. Doug, obviously, he's been one of the most outspoken players in the National Football League, period, over the course of his career. So I think he has an outstanding opportunity, whatever he wants to do.
Doug will probably be able to even make more of an impact now because he's not attached to the team, and he can do things and say things that he really couldn't say. So.
Mm-hmm. So
can't wait.
So looking back at,
I was about to turn into Stokely Carmichael in a second.
He is. The thing about Doug, like I said, he's very passionate.
He's extremely intelligent.
Very intelligent, Stanford educated. But outside of that, I think it's more than just his actual book smarts. I think he has a whole lot of common sense, which is lacking sorely in this country right now. But he has a lot of great ideas. And again, I'm just excited to see what he's going to do on the next stage of his life or the next stage of his career. But looking back, when we look at their impact on the Seattle Seahawks franchise, the Seattle Seahawks organization, how do the Seahawks replace what they're going to be missing from those guys? You look at Doug Baldwin, even though he was injured a lot of last season, a lot over the last couple of seasons, he was able to make some clutch catches. He was able to come in and do some incredible things. You see, even being in an injured state, Doug Baldwin was like a magician when it came to his route running. He's a technician.
Yeah.
If anybody sits and watch Doug Baldwin run his routes, it's like an art. It's like a serious dance move. And True, you know better than anybody because you saw it up close and personal.
I had to cover him in practice, and as I got older, I used to count in line and make sure I didn't have to line up with him. But
old school.
Yeah, old school. But Doug and Cam, and you talk about everybody that was here. You talk about Sherm, you talk about Earl, all these guys that throughout this run, and you can even throw a KJ and Bobby in there, of course, that are still there. But all these guys, I don't think it can be replaced during this time where they put this run together. That you talk about Super Bowls, and it's the Russell Wilson era of all this hype and all this stuff that they brought to the organization, they brought to the city. I don't think it can be replaced. Currently, just looking at it now, I know that we're kind of riding off that high still, but it's different now. And there's no knock against the guys that are there, but it's different. That hype and everything that was built, I don't think it can be replaced. But these guys that we got here are ballers, of course. They're doing their thing, and they're still playing good football. But I've seen it as something special. I mean, it was something around here because I was here Pete and all that kind of stuff. We had our little run, but it was nothing like this and what they did in the Russell Wilson era. And of course, all the social media, they went from being, of course, a regional type thing, and now they're worldwide.
Worldwide,
yeah. So
international.
it's It's just a different ball game now.
And then for them to be on like the cover of magazines, like the whole Legion of Boom,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's different.
And everybody being able to, and then like, you know, being like an ambassador for the team, you know, like nationally, like, you know, you'll hear Doug talk, you know, as often as he does publicly, you know, about issues that actually matter.
Right.
You know, you see them within the community actually doing work, like not just, and this is no knock on anybody that came before, but you see like Doug will go to like, he was going to my daughter's elementary school every so often, just popping up, you know, like a lot of players don't really do that, you know what I mean? And like those type of stories.
I think that's just Doug, though. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Though,
Yeah.
but like, you know, but that also builds a culture, you know, and that like bringing the Filipino community out, you know, as much as he has. Like, you know, there's already a lot of Filipino fans, but like,
And they claim Doug, boy. They claim Doug like he's the superhero of the Filipino community when it comes.
And so
there's
all
the
that
Pacquiao and
combined-
Doug Baldwin. That's it. That's the top two in Filipino sports right now, for sure. And like you said, True, like I agree. I don't think there is any replacing what was here from their run starting back in 2012, 2013 and moving forward. There's no replacing
Right when I
that.
retired.
Right, exactly. Well, I think you have to say, you know what? You know, and we've talked to some of the players before, but it was guys like yourself and Jordan and Lawyer who was in there for a while with you guys that kind of set the standard, I think, that made these guys, you know, I mean, set the bar for professionalism. And I've heard Sherm say that several times.
Right.
That, you know, being a young guy, they had good mentors to look up to. And then they just kept raising the bar. And you can't really replace that. But what they are doing is they have created a culture here in Seattle.
I agree.
Where the
100%.
next guys coming in, they understand what they have to live up to. And so we'll see what happens. There's a lot of productivity that's going to be missed on the field with Doug Baldwin for sure. They got the young guy, DK Metcalf, out of the draft. He looks pretty good out there at camp. So we'll see what he's able to do. He's still a rookie, so we will see. But Tyler Lockett is a guy that has stepped up and filled the role that I believe Doug Baldwin used to fill, kind of a smaller stature receiver that's fast, quick, runs good routes. And we've seen his progression over the last couple of years, and he's become that guy. So I think we're going to be good in that situation. Defensively, replacing Kam Chancellor, it's a tough thing, man. The guy was a brute, and now we're going to have to replace Earl Thomas as well. But guys like Bradley McDougal, he showed he's got some moxie, and he can do his thing back there as well. So we'll see, man. I'm excited to see what the Seahawks do. Hopefully these guys can stick around and lend their expertise and their professionalism to some of these young guys. I seen Cam out there last year a bunch, talking to the young guys, trying to get them up and going. So
I think that'll continue. I think that'll continue to happen. These guys love being around the team and love the younger players.
You know we love football around here, so of course that's our thing. We're going to talk about it. You guys also love basketball. You see how I said that, right? You guys. Because y'all peoples, y'all peoples love that basketball. No, I'm gonna be dead honest with you guys, man. I'm a sometimer basketball guy, right? And I've never been in love with basketball. I played it a little bit just because the homies were playing, but I never did love it. I watch basketball when there's like, I'm gonna sound like a sucker for saying it, but I watch when it's like superstars playing. Like I want to see LeBron go do his thing. I wanted to see Jordan do his thing. I like to watch good basketball. Otherwise, it's like 177 games a year, and it's trying to. And we don't have a team here regionally anymore, man. So it was fun to watch the Sonics play. I used to, have a local team to support, and
You don't pop down to Portland sometimes or go see the
hell
Braves play?
no.
No?
No, it's too far.
Nah.
I got 4 kids, man, and that stay active. What I can't just pop to Portland.
I get that.
True, do you try to tell me you pop down to Portland and watch some games?
I have been to a couple games in Portland. I've even drove down and drove back same day. I'd
you
never
really?
do it again, but yeah,
Oh,
I
man.
gotta stay over.
I've been
there.
down.
I like Portland. I like Portland.
Hell no.
It's nice. It's
Portland
fun.
is a cool city. It's a
pop
cool
down
city to
to-
walk around and
Go see LeBron
all
play
the
the
food.
Blazers, or you go see Durant when the Warriors come up.
yeah, I guess I just kind of been out of the loop, man. So
It's all good, man.
I do know that there's been some exciting stuff happening in the basketball world the last couple of weeks, especially this playoffs is just like I'll let you guys dig into it because just last night alone, the shot by Kawhi,
Oh, that was crazy.
like maybe one of you guys that have been paying attention can dive deep into this, man.
Well, that was the first time that there's ever been a buzzer beater for a Game 7 in the playoffs. Like, so that's history
Really?
in itself. Yeah, first time ever. A buzzer
Hey,
beater
I
for
had
Game
no idea.
7. Yeah, so that's tight. you know, I mean, it's just there's a lot of speculation about what's going to happen. LeBron's not in the playoffs for the first time in however many years.
Right. That's
know,
kind of
which
why I
is
tuned out.
Crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
A lot of people though.
About LeBron, no, I mean, I was kind of turned off after he was done. It was, I mean, I sound like I'm hating, but it was almost
No,
refreshing to be able to watch somebody else
that's
and
how I
see
feel.
somebody,
Really?
especially
Yeah.
Dame, and you got other stars that
Right.
are starting to emerge and do their thing. It wasn't so much about Bron and, if he's doing this and what he's doing, because Bron was pretty much everything. He's coach, owner, player,
Right.
everything,
Front
and
office, all that.
But you want to hear and you want to see some of these other ballers do it. I like Dame. I'm really impressed with Dame.
Mm-hmm.
I like Lillard. I really enjoyed that series. That was a good series, a great series. If you like basketball, if you like,
sorry, I think that were they the second seed? The
Nuggets?
Yeah, the Nuggets are second seed.
I think they were
They're the second.
one. I think they had the best record.
No, man, the Warriors had the best record.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Or did they?
They did.
You asking the wrong person if you looking at me.
Right. You just need confirmation.
So they was number 2?
They was number 2.
Okay.
They was frauds. I thought that all season.
They were good though, bruh. I heard somebody say that they had it close to the best record.
They had one of the best records.
My man said close to the best record, like it was horseshoes. Like they almost had the best record. Like they weren't number one, they was almost number
But what
one.
I'm saying is that was good basketball for those.
It was a good.
For those of you who like real basketball, team ball, pass and screen away and find the open guy, I'm definitely not a fan of James Harden basketball.
No,
You guys be mad at me if you want. I know
No,
he's
I'm
an
asking.
excellent player, but I can't.
I'm not a fan. I hear you.
I don't like it, and it's proven that it can't go to the ship. I guess if you're playing like that.
Hold on.
Oh, man.
Hey.
Hey,
Come on. Come on.
They went before. It was him and KD and
That wasn't the same James Harden.
but I'm just
Dribble,
actually, well,
shake,
But
dribble, dribble.
here's my thing,
Step
bro.
back, step back, step
Step
back.
back, step back.
I mean, but it was working.
It was
It's
working.
illegal.
The only thing-
I'm
the
just
only
saying I
thing-
don't like it, though. I don't like it.
I got you.
I think it's just a personal thing. It sounds like
He just-
it's cool to watch, kind of like, okay, because he's killing people
Exactly,
individually.
Yeah.
But
But he could have been doing that. He just wasn't as aggressive, and that's why they lost. Like you would have thought, KD went out Game 5 of that series.
you wore out by then.
Golden State still won.
And you can't beat team ball.
on, man.
You
You
can't
can't-
beat 5 people by yourself.
Wait a minute.
I don't care who you
He's
are.
not by himself. Them other cats stepped up, bro.
If you don't pass the ball, you're by yourself.
No, he just stopped shooting. That's all. He just stopped. He
He
just
was off.
He quit.
I think in
He
Game
quit
5,
on his team,
I think in
man.
Game
At the end
5,
of the day,
I think
he
he only
quit on
shot
his
one
team.
time in the last 8 minutes.
He quit on his team.
Basically.
The team lost. They sitting down. So we don't even need to worry about them
Okay.
anymore. So
Okay.
moving forward, off of Houston, because they're not
Okay.
playing anymore.
No worries.
Harden's done.
Okay.
That MVP is out the window.
Yeah, man, that's us too. That's kind of weird.
So moving forward, what is it going to be? I mean, True, you said that you loved, to watch some of these new guys emerge. We don't have, before it was just like LeBron and whoever he's playing with is going to be in the finals. We expect that. You're getting to learn some of these new players. And I'll be honest, man, I just think I don't have that much time in my life to learn new players, man.
Who you got from the Eastern Conference, G? Because right now it's Milwaukee.
I like
and
the
Toronto.
Greek Freak. I hadn't watched him much during the season.
Dog's fire.
Man, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Thoroughly impressed.
I think he might win MVP. I think that's the thing.
I'm thoroughly impressed. I like the team ball. I know they got the young boy Murray at guard. I really like his game. But,
I think one of the Gasol brothers. I think both the Gasol brothers. Are they playing each other this week? I think one plays for Milwaukee. I think Powell plays for Milwaukee.
But the Curry brothers playing each other.
Man,
Yeah.
there ain't never been a competition.
So
Wait a minute.
wait,
Whoa. Don't you disrespect Seth like that. Don't you do him like
Young
that.
Seth.
Don't disrespect Seth.
Seth. Yeah.
No, I got you. I hear you. Seth be balling in the D League.
Oh.
He averaged like 50% on threes in the D League. But
That's why he's up in the
no, he's in the league because of his brother.
come on.
That's why he went to Duke. You gonna tell me, bro, he was a baller?
I mean, it
like that?
helps.
Yeah, of course it helps. That's why he's in the league.
But he wouldn't play. But he wouldn't be playing if he didn't have no
Player
game.
hater right now.
He plays like he don't belong there.
That's your theme song right now. You play
Get on the ground.
And then look,
You've been around.
Okay. Let's just move quickly.
go ahead.
Who's okay? At the end of the day, we're looking at honestly. You know it's going to be Golden State.
Portland.
You think Portland's going to knock out Golden State?
Friendly bet.
I'll friendly
After,
bet you that.
So, they going through a little things. KD
You
is
got
not
money on
there.
it?
It might be primed and ready. I'm just saying I would like to see Portland do something. I'm
would
not
love-
saying
I would love
that
to
they're
see
a better team, but I would like to see them dethroned.
Okay, but you just kind of jumped over the part about KD not being there. Okay, so I want to jump back to that because that's
Okay.
been a hot story
All
that
right.
we need to address. KD went out.
I
It was
think they're
speculated.
lying about the injury too. Look like Achilles.
It's like an
to me.
Achilles, and I know
Achilles.
I know when you saw it, you was like,
I
he
was
got
damn,
that Achilles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't have him allegedly for this game.
Well, he's
Probably
out for
not game 2.
games.
Allegedly,
All right.
and he might not. I mean, who knows when he's going to come back?
Do they need him to
The
come
point.
back?
That's where I'm going. Do they need KD?
No.
I'm going to say no. I'm
They
going to say
don't.
no. They were a great team before they had KD. The reason they got KD is they didn't want KD on Oklahoma's team. They didn't need him on Golden State.
I think they need him to get past Cleveland.
They needed him to get past Cleveland. That's exactly right. They didn't need him on Oklahoma squad. They needed him to get past Cleveland.
Right.
Cleveland is no longer an issue. LeBron is down there in L.A. like drinking Mai Tais, hanging out at Mr. Chow's. And I was about to cuss. I can't cuss. This is my own. This ain't shit. But you feel what I'm saying. So you don't think Golden State's going to get it this year? Portland going to get him?
The Golden State's always the favorite. But I say I would like to see Portland do it, and I think, if any time, I think now could be the time. If KD's not there, they got a little less firepower. So why not?
Yeah, but they play better without him, though.
They play better, but they're more exposed without.
That don't even
KD.
make sense.
But
KD puts you over the top. There's no way Portland has a chance if
You know, they have a
KD
better
is at
record.
100%.
They have a better record without him than they do.
I
with
know,
him.
but if KD's at 100%, I don't think they have a chance. There's nobody to guard him on Portland. Well, let me think about it real quick. I said that, but I didn't even think
you got to
about
go
it.
back
Yeah.
and look at the archives.
No,
Yeah.
It's nobody to guard KD. Nah,
It doesn't matter. They're 30-4 this season without him.
without
Without
KD.
KD.
Who knows?
That's a hell of a number.
but this is-
30-4.
This is what I'm going to say.
30-4 without you. Come
True.
on, man, they don't need that.
But my question to you is, if you think Portland can do it, man, how are you going to go against your guy, your boy,
who?
your Coug,
Clay?
Clay? How you going to go against Clay?
Go Cougs. Get Cougs. Well, I'm not going against Clay individually. Like I said, Portland is kind of like the underdog team, and I like Dame Dollars or Dame Time.
Dame time.
Underdog role, no respect, not getting to the All-Star and this and that. I really like his story. I love it.
Okay.
And he's a team guy. I
Yep.
mean, he brings everybody together. They play well together, man. And there's guys over there really showing out. You talk about a guy like Rodney Hood.
Yeah.
mean,
Is he hurt? I think he got hurt this last
I
game.
think he did get hurt, but he's really been showing out,
He's
man,
really
these
good,
last
yeah.
couple games. So I
CJ
just like to
McCollum.
see, I like to see guys step up to the challenge and take on the bully,
Mm-hmm.
take on the big dog, David and Goliath. So,
Listen,
I'm an underdog
At
guy.
this point in the game, I'm just going to take y'all word for it because I ain't watched not 35
Wait.
seconds. So
Okay, well,
here's the thing.
Eastern Conference.
Here's the thing, and I'm going to end it on this. I need your predictions, both of you, tonight. Put it on record. Who's going to walk away with the championship this year?
The Warriors.
Warriors. That's Reese. Reese at the Warriors. True.
I don't want to say Warriors, so I'm going to say Portland.
Portland's gonna
You just going to be different again?
whoever comes out the East.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't beat the Raptors.
They could.
They could not.
I like the Raptors a lot, too. I do like the Raptors. I like Kawhi just because of his efficiency.
He's out here.
Yeah. He kind of brought the Spurs to Toronto in a little bit. The efficient basketball is good basketball. They're not making a lot of mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean,
He's out here balling.
yeah. I think he
Averaging
took his game
Shaq
to the next
numbers.
level.
So you're not going to – so did we get a
Portland.
prediction?
I'm still saying Portland.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right,
I'll
we can
say
check
Golden
back
State.
in
Underdog.
week to week. We're going to check in with you guys and see what both those organizations are doing, man.
2 short weeks.
It should be a quick, short 2 weeks. Depending too. Like some of these might be 4 and done.
They're not going to be swept, though, because we could
Some of
definitely
these
put
will-
money on that.
Okay.
I'm not putting
Yeah.
money on that.
All
I think
right.
We'll see.
earlier I said Golden State in 5.
We'll see. We're going to stay tuned and make sure we keep you guys updated and see which one of these guys is the real loser. Before we jump into this Game of Thrones, man, I want to ask you guys this question. And it was something that I saw online earlier last week. This debate going up. There was a poll question asked. Somebody said, you know, what would you rather have? $40,000 in cash?
Oh my God.
Or would you rather have dinner with Jay-Z? The man, the mogul, the myth, Jay-Z. The man who has turned himself into a billion-dollar industry, him and along with his wife, rags to riches, street kid that had a hard
Knock life.
the hard knock life. Oh, look at you.
Hey.
Yeah.
So, wait, give me one.
Yeah, they're in here fist
I like
bumping
that.
on that one. Yeah. Good job, Shu. But I'm just saying, so would you rather have 40K cash, or would you rather have dinner with Jay? And I've seen a lot of people land on either side of this discussion with a lot of passion. So I want to hear from either one of you guys. Right out I'm gonna ask you, Reese, right out first.
Okay.
Which one would you take?
I'm taking the money.
Okay. Why? Why? Why would you take the money on top rather than sit down with Jay for dinner?
Well, for me personally, I've spoken to millionaires about millionaire ideas and that kind of thing, and I've been told no hella times. You see, I don't have millions still. So I never just had
but maybe
nobody-
Jay's different.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You know, he helped Meek Mill out. He got Meek Mill out the prison.
Meek Mill was a superstar already, though.
Yeah,
at that point.
But still, that would be even more reason Meek don't need it, right? Actually, Meek did need it.
You know how many people Jay's has helped like that are millionaires already?
Oh, I know, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't see Jay. And the thing is also, I can get this $40K and create my own whatever. You know what I'm saying? Based off of this money that I just got, I can invest it. I can do whatever. Meeting with Jay-Z doesn't guarantee me anything.
Right.
$40,000 is a hell of a guarantee right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm taking the money.
True. Jigga. Jay-Z. The man that made Reasonable Doubt.
Reasonable.
5 mics.
Jay-Z.
The guy who has created
Carter.
Sean Carter.
Yeah.
The blueprint. What you gonna take, man? He's legendary.
You only get one shot.
Are you about to hit the Eminem lyric, man?
Reese.
You only get one shot.
You
Do
only
not miss your chance
to blow. Because opportunity comes once.
In a lifetime?
Not twice.
Once. No, but I say if you have it, and that's, or if you want to bet it all, you hear a lot of stories, Reese, and you listen to Hollywood stories of crazy stuff that happened. I was walking down the street and I tripped, and my CD, I guess it fell into the right hands, and now I'm doing this. If you never know what could happen, just like you said, your 40K is a guarantee, or your 50K is a guarantee in the business. There's no guarantees in business either. Even if you invest in something that's supposed to do, as I do my fingers in quotations, be a guaranteed business, that doesn't mean that. But so I think you're taking a gamble either way. So if you got it and you can sit down with Jay, you never know what can come from that. Jay can fall in love with your outfit and make you clothing, something. Anything can happen. So when people say, you know, there's no way that I'm going to put this 50 on the line, I get that. But, and then I heard a lot of people say exactly what you said, Reese. I'm going to take this 50, I'm going to flip it, I'm going to do this, and then I'll make my own luck. And that's a good way to look at it, too, but they're both a gamble. I see them as both a gamble. So it's a coin flip for me.
Okay.
I'm not mad at
either one is good with you, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Because think about $10,000 to change the situation, depending on what your situation is, right?
Right.
$10,000 can change the situation, or you can go to this meeting with Jay-Z, put on your Sunday's best or whatever, sit and have a great idea.
Or you just be yourself, and he likes you,
right?
And he like what you bring to the table.
Good, but that doesn't.
What if he don't like nothing about you? He trying to hurry up and get the hell away from dinner right now. He like, hey, the waiter come back is like, so would you guys like to look at the dessert menu? Jay like, nah, I got a dip, man. I'm good. I had enough time.
You didn't give your answer though, T. What
would you do?
So for me, I think of Jay-Z in a number of different ways. First of all, he's probably my favorite living rapper. He's put out more hits than anybody that's living as a rapper.
That's not true at all, but go ahead.
Who else has put out more hits that's living than Jay-Z?
Drake.
Are you kidding me right now?
Not at all.
Oh, you are. Okay, we'll
More
talk
hits?
about this another time. More hits that have spanned over
Rap.
the time, not over the last decade.
Not pop.
I didn't say anything. All I said was
Okay,
you
all
said
right.
hits.
Oh, since 1997, since
like
1996, Drake has been
Drake
doing
got
it
more
for the last
number ones
decade.
than everybody.
Okay, I get you. I put that out last week. If you remember, I put that on there. I said Drake has been the most consistent rapper over the past decade.
Yeah.
Nobody has put out more hits than Jay-Z.
More hits?
More that people around the country will know and love and sing. If you go to if you put a Jay-Z concert and a Drake concert.
Jay-Z's not even selling out his own concerts anymore.
Oh, boy.
True, you was at the last Jay concert, weren't you? When we there?
The Beyonce and
No,
Jay?
not that one. The one where he came solo.
I probably no.
You were there.
Yeah.
And you remember it wasn't sold out.
I think it don't matter. I enjoyed it.
I'm not
a Jay
saying that
fan,
at all. We're not
yeah.
talking about that. We're talking about if it's sold out. Anyway.
Anyways,
I'm not gonna let you talk
Jay-Z
bad about
is the-
Jay though.
Is
I
the
think
greatest
he's the greatest of all
living
time.
his history
Ever.
right now.
I think he's the greatest.
Okay. He has, to me, he's lyrically superior to
So you're
anybody
taking
that's
Drake over Jay-Z is what you're saying.
That's not what I said.
That's
at
what
all.
you just said.
I'm saying, but don't say something like he has
Talk
more
into
hits
your
than anybody.
microphone because I want to hear you say
Oh,
that.
no, I got it.
That Drake.
Has more hits than Jay-Z.
I said, okay, we're not going to debate what I said. I said, to me, Jay-Z
I
is the
got you.
greatest living rapper today. But, all right, we good with that?
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
we all agree.
Good.
He's a mogul. He has built businesses from the ground up using his platform, whether it be his streaming title service, whether the clothing line that he created with Rockaware back in the day, to his various ventures with Armadale Vodka, all the way to
Douce
Ace of
now.
Spades, Champagne, Douce. Everything that Jay-Z has touched has been gold. He's a business mind. All that being said, if I had to take $40K or sit down and talk with him, I'm taking that $40K and
Get ready. Woo! We are on tour, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive.
yes, that's what I'm
Now,
gonna do with
Buddy
my $40K.
Landau, it's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio
That's me.
looking at a guy out here hollering my name
Yes.
when last year I spent more money on spilled liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other.
Let me get that
than you
$40K.
make. You're talking to the Rolex wearing,
I get a Rolex, right?
diamond ring wearing,
For $40K.
kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
Let me get my hell there. $40K and I'm acting a fool, man. That's me. I'm sorry. No, I'm not acting a fool. But I am
You
going to
gotta
take the $40K.
expand
though.
your mind.
I'm not going to do all
brothers.
that, but I'm going to get the $40K.
All right. And then
As
Jay can
much as I
take you to
love Jay.
Mr. Flair.
Yeah, maybe.
Jay take you to Rick, and y'all do it all together, man.
But what's the chances that
But like
I
you
mean,
said,
how
that's the
many
flip.
times have you heard that story though? About Jay specifically. Let's talk about Jay specifically. Have you heard Jay, someone who wasn't on already, Jay take that person and help them with their career and all that type of stuff?
How many people lose businesses?
He's-
Every business.
Put it like this. Jay-Z has tried to help a lot of people in the music business.
Wait,
Like guys that were
first
nowhere.
of all, 40K does not guarantee you that you're gonna blow up in business,
I didn't say that either.
and that's my argument to everybody else's thing that I'm gonna take this 40K and I'm gonna slap it up, flip it,
Rub it down.
Oh no! Yeah. So I mean, both of them is a gamble. That's all I'm saying.
Of course.
So you can't just say just because it's a lot of money that no, I'm not gonna do this because I could do this over here. I don't think it works that way.
And my thing, okay, I hear you. And I think the number should be higher than 40K.
How you going to tell
True.
Jay?
Yeah. True.
How you gonna
I
change
agree.
the game
Yeah.
up?
Yeah, because like I mean, 40,000, like I mean, not to say it just comes every day, obviously, but like you said 100,000 or dinner with Jay-Z. Oh, bro, give me that 100,000.
Yeah, but I think that's part of the deal. They wanted to make it a difficult
I hear
decision.
you.
Right.
Either way you look at it, I think either one would probably be a good win. I mean, just like you said, what spot are you at in your life? Will 40K affect you? Do you need 40K?
It depends
Will
on
it
who you
change
are.
your life?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody wants 40K.
I mean,
Yeah.
but
I'm
some
not mad at that.
some people might look at it and be like, I mean, I would rather have dinner. Like, there's probably some wealthy people out there right now that be like, I would spend 40K to have dinner with Jay-Z. You know what I'm
Met
saying?
Gala?
There are some people
Yeah.
that would do that, and that's not a big deal to them. So
Right.
I think you got to do apples to apples though. If you're talking about people in the same type of financial situation, that I'm saying that like both is a gamble. Just because you have this 40K, it may stretch you out a little bit longer, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be set.
Yeah.
I hear you. It's a tough call, man. Either one, I think I would take either one, and it would be a coin flip for me too as well. So, Jay-Z, if you're listening, give me a holler, man. We can do dinner anywhere you like, man. We have it at my house if you want to, man. Or just bring the 40K. Game of Thrones, man. We have reached the pinnacle. We have reached the end of the line, the final episode of the final season of the epic series, man. And last night, 2 nights from the time that you guys are listening to this. The show was off the chain. So if we flash back to the previous week's episode, Daenerys and her squad that she had up at Winterfell, the team that just destroyed the White Walkers, they were feeling badass. They were feeling pretty tough, the whole crew. And they teamed up and rolled on down to King's Landing. They were just going to, take shit over. They flew in there on the back of the dragon. The boats came rolling through. They were going to make Cersei give it up. And they got their ass rocked. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. They got rocked. The doggone dragon got shot out of the sky. The boats got blasted out of the water. Yeah. The old girl, Missandei, is that her name? How you say Missandei? Yeah, she got captured. Yeah. And, and they got sent home with the tail between their legs. And then the following, after that, they got back and regrouped, and they came back, and they were going to demand that Cersei give up the crown.
Well, they did that last week.
That's what I'm saying. I'm doing a recap. And they demanded that she give up the crown, and Cersei was like, she chopped the old girl's head off. Like, okay, is that what you came to? You want me to give up? Here's what I'm going to give you. And they chopped Grey Worm's woman head off, man.
You lost.
What did she say right before that, though? I was listening. She said something in
the
other language.
Dracarys.
Is that what she said?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, see, I didn't know that. I didn't. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, this is where I want to set the stage for where we are now into what just happened last night. Now, you said it true. She said the Dracarys, and I think that really set things off because that was Daenerys' right-hand girl. That was her main girl. She had been with her for season after season, counseling her, supporting her, being her rock, her soldier. And they did her so dirty, they chopped her head off, man.
Agreed.
And they came back last night with a vengeance, man. Like, I don't even know where to start, man. True, Reese, where do you even begin with this? Like, it was like I was worked. I couldn't go to sleep, man. It was that epic to me, man.
Well, you got to start with man, going back. As they went back, she was like, okay, I'm letting off now.
Yeah.
I only got one dragon left. I'm letting off on everybody.
Yeah, so it goes back to this for me. So go ahead.
Well, I'm saying it goes back to the throne and Jon Snow and where he's really supposed to be at and how the word is leaking out and she's like, okay, y'all think.
She feel threatened?
Yeah, she feel threatened. So it's either, I'm going to show y'all that, okay, y'all think, okay, word spreading. And she killed the dude. Varys. Yeah, so that was
my
first.
dog, man.
Yeah.
And that shook me up. I was like,
Time out. Before you even get there. So when the show starts off, right, I watched the show, and, I have questions at the end, and I kind of go back through and I rewatch some things, and then I go online and see what other people are talking about, right?
Right.
So when the show started last night, Varys is talking to a young lady, right? The young lady comes in and she's like, she won't eat. And Varys is like, we'll try again at supper. And the little girl is like, they're watching. And blah blah blah. So I didn't know what I didn't.
No, I didn't catch that.
I didn't know what was going on with it. I thought there was going to be some foreshadowing. This girl was going to be something. There was something that was important in the fact that this conversation was taking place, and this girl was trying to, get Daenerys to eat, and she was probably just so heartbroken she couldn't eat. You know what I'm saying? Over the past couple of days, right?
Okay, I didn't know she was. Okay.
Yeah, she was saying.
Because remember the last episode, he was saying that he's going to do whatever it takes to protect the realm.
So he was trying to sprinkle something in her.
He sprinkled something in her. Yeah. So I didn't get it at first. I thought it was just. That he knew, and he was trying to convince everybody
that's what he gets,
to let Jon Snow get the throne.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess, that is what you get. I'm not, you can't be too mad at that. But it wasn't, I'm mad that it was Tyrion that told her. He came to her, he stepped to Daenerys and said, you've been betrayed, basically.
Right.
And she was like, who? Jon Snow? He was like, no, Varys.
Right.
Well, how did he find out? Because Jon Snow opened his mouth. So she got it out for everybody right now.
And that's the thing, too. So how did this? So in between the last episode and the one that just happened yesterday, it's been a lot of people snitching, man. A lot of people was talking because remember, like I'm being so
hella mouthy.
So, hella. So how John was like, he had his sisters and Bran out there, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. You have to be sworn to secrecy. You can't tell nobody. Oh, we got you, bro.
That was Sansa.
Yeah, Sansa and them like, we got
Sansa
you. Arya, we got you. And like they snitched on their brother, Jon Snow.
Knowing that this could get him killed.
Knowing it could get everybody killed.
Jon knew that they would probably tell, because he told Daenerys, I got to tell you and I got to tell my family because that's my family.
Right.
Yeah, he said that from the beginning, even though he promised her that he wasn't going to do it.
But then she went out and told.
Promise her that.
But then
he didn't promise her that. He kept saying that he was going to tell her.
But she told him not to.
Yeah, but he said he still said, I'm going to tell. But at the end of the day, Sansa, loudmouth ass, not only went and said something to Tyrion, she obviously said something to bottom line is she's spreading the word on her own brother.
Well, that was the thing, because it was how the Bears find out, because Tyrion told him.
Yes, what I'm saying. So that's why you're not supposed to
Jon
put your
Snow
business out there.
Actually didn't tell his sisters. He told Bran to do it.
Yeah. Told Bran to do it.
But
I mean, not that it matters now.
Tell them.
The writing in this show has been so shit lately.
Whoa, hey.
Sorry.
Reese been shitting on everything tonight, ain't he?
No, I have not. I told you
Bullshit.
Man, look, man.
And you know what my take on this show is, in general?
Go ahead.
That everything that's going on is because, the power of the PU.
Oh, tell it.
You think so?
And that is. Go ahead. 'Cause I know I want to go with this. Go ahead.
Daenerys, and then you got Cersei, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And all these men in between is doing some of the wildest, some of the crazy. You talk about Jaime.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Lannister went through his roller coaster of what he is and what he's doing, and he got with the tall girl.
He had the tall woman, man, and he
Brienne
yeah, baby.
and she was she was unsullied, if you want to call it. She was unblemished. She was an unpicked flower.
Yeah, man. Now you got
and he
Jon
ran
Snow
off,
denying the throne because of Daenerys, and it's just crazy, man. And that's
the other thing. So that's the other part I'm kind of ticked off about, man. I don't know if I'm ticked off or what.
That's history,
and Risa, I talked about this, a little bit about Jon Snow and his relationship with his auntie. And
you just giving it up every night, bro. Like, bro, that's your aunt, fam. Come on, G.
This is what I'm saying. So, like, we got to the point now where Jon could have and should have taken one for the team, man. He knew what was going to happen. He went in there and was talking to Daenerys, and she was like, look, if you give me what I want from you, you give me that good, we ain't got to do all this. I ain't got to go take my dragon and burn up everything. Just say you going to give me the good. And
it will be fear then.
Yeah.
I was listening.
And that's what happened.
That was a good one. Yeah, I like that line.
She was like, they don't love me here in the city like they love you.
Right.
They fear me. So will you give me the love I'm looking for? And Jon was like, nah, I can't give it to you.
I can't do it.
Like, fear it is.
And I love Jon, man, but all the Stark kids are idiots, to be honest. Everybody but Arya. All the Stark kids are dumb.
Arya damn near killed herself, though, by trying to go in there and go too deep, and the Hound told her to get out of there.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, she listened, though.
Yeah.
So I'm going to flash forward through this because I don't want to give it all up just in case some of you haven't listened or seen the show.
Too late.
Do too many spoilers.
Too late.
I know it is kind of late, but
catch up.
Those are the rules.
It is what it is.
Night, brother.
It is what it is. Daenerys came through with the dragon, and they did their thing. She had no mercy. By the way, before I get to this, just my interpretation is, so her dad, Daenerys' father, was the Mad King, right? Mm-hmm. So I believe that is something that is in their blood. That is their trait.
They say that all the time.
But as you see her progressing to getting more power and getting closer to the throne, you see she's kind of losing it. Like you see the look in her eyes sometimes, like she's gone.
Wasn't kept up. No. Well, Missandei's dead, so her hair not gonna be done. But
yes, but she looks like she is slowly but surely
she looks unkept.
Becoming insane. She is. She's highly unkept. Yeah, but I think she's moving closer to becoming insane. You look at where Arya is going now. She's over in King's Landing, and she almost got herself killed.
You see this damn horse just roll up?
And that's where I want to go, to the very end. And there's so many things going on in this show, and I know you're saying this shit right.
written so well.
It's so well written.
It's written so well. It's just keeping me.
What is your take on this white horse and Arya? I mean, the whole city's burnt to the ground. People are laying in the street burnt to a crisp, and the white horse appears.
I think it got something to do with her past of going through the many faces thing and the spirits and
What?
You don't remember her going through the
I do,
training?
of course, yeah.
But I mean,
How's the horse play into that?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I just don't know.
You know,
really,
You just
but-
don't know.
Man, so I saw somebody tweeted like a biblical passage earlier.
Yes,
from the
and
book of
that's where I'm
Revelations.
going.
You are? Yeah.
Mhm.
Behold a pale white horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the writer's name was Death.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And so kind of
And that's who she is, though.
At this point, yeah, exactly who
see?
she is. So I mean,
And you smacked your lips when I said that. And see, I ain't even
well,
see
you
the tweet.
said I was wondering where you was going with that whole thing.
Hey, but you ain't got to know because I don't know because it's things is written so well. It's just keeping me.
Get outta here.
Man, I'm
It's
look,
been such poor writing this season.
Listen. I think.
I
the
want to say
writing's
one
been pretty
thing,
good. Go ahead.
quick. T. I had an overload yesterday. I forgot. I went to see.
Oh yeah, you saw Endgame.
I saw Endgame and then I came home and watched Game of Thrones. So I'm,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and I drank a Red Bull at Endgame. So I was up all night. I was
you
kind of
was
like
wired.
tripping out. So
Nice.
yeah.
Did you like Endgame? You enjoy it?
I did. I
You talked
really
about
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was tight.
Yeah, I was hoping that maybe they can fix. I said this a while back. Maybe they can combine Endgame with Game of Thrones and bring back some people, like snap their finger and bring back some people to life. But yeah, going back to the white horse, there's a couple of things that I think, and then I'm gonna just try to end it here because again I don't want to go too deep in it, leading into the final episode. But Arya sees the white horse, and as you alluded to earlier, there is a passage in the Bible that says, behold a pale white horse, right? And its rider's name shall be Death. So out of nowhere is this pale white horse, and she hops on it. And you go back to when they said, what do we tell the God of death today? What do we tell the God of death? Not today, right?
Yeah, baby.
So wherever Arya goes, she brings the death. You know what I'm saying? She is the rider of the white horse. So I think that may be a little foreshadowing. I know we've talked about it on this show several times before. Who is going to be the person atop the throne when it's all said and done? And I know some we've had somebody said Cersei at one point. I think it may have been one of our guests, Ellen Taylor. I've from the beginning, I'm not gonna say from the beginning. For the past season, I believe it's been Arya that's destined. And you think it's Jon? You think Jon was going to sacrifice himself?
I said it was Sansa. I thought Sansa was going to sit on the throne.
Okay, you still believe that?
Sansa and Tyrion. Yeah.
Okay. Do you still believe that? True. Who do you believe is going to take the throne?
I don't know, man. You know, I'm an underdog guy. So where's my man? Where's Samuel at? Well, where's
Samuel Tarly?
I'm playing.
He ain't got no claim to the throne. True.
Hey, man, it could be Tyrion, man. I could see him doing. Yeah, because he's
slick.
kind of been in the shadows. He's smart and he's kind of playing the game.
He's not smart. Let's not say that anymore.
Tyrion?
Hell no.
You don't think he's smart? I think
Everything-
he's hella
bro,
smart.
That's his role. Reese. He's written in as the smart guy.
Yeah, and he keeps making hella mistakes. You didn't see how every time he would tell him and what's her name was arguing, Daenerys, for the past 2 seasons. Every time he told her to do something, she did it, and she was
She's
like,
crazy though.
And she
now,
was like,
so-
but she followed his directions, and she was like, I keep making mistakes listening to you.
But
Every time.
here's maybe he's smart like a fox. Maybe he's making so that she messes up.
he still
Every
had
single time.
loyalties to what is it, King's Landing, right?
His
Or to
sister,
the
Cersei,
red.
though?
Yeah. At the end, he's trying to ring the. Well,
He wanted to save his sister.
right.
He
wanted
did
to save
want
his
to
sister.
save his sister.
Here's the thing.
Who wants to kill him?
At the end of the day, I think the whole thing is about survival of the fittest. I think it's whoever did what they had to do throughout the course of the past 7-8 seasons to survive is going to come out on top. Who's ever gone through, because you look at all the people who are still there. They've gone through so much, man. You know, we think of Jon Snow now. You look at him; he's this great leader of men, right? He's the fierce warrior, and he's the guy that, has a rightful claim to the throne. But we forget that he was banished. He was a bastard son. They sent him to the north, out into the wilderness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Arya was an orphan. She was sent out on the road, and she was blind for a while. They used to stick whip her. She was an orphan. She was out. Did she have parents?
She had a mom, yeah.
Was her mom with her?
Well, then her mom died.
She was an orphan.
I'm just saying.
I told you, Reese just wanted to shit on shit for no reason.
This writing has been terrible. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyways, so I just think the story is going to be about somebody who's persevered through a bunch of stuff, and I think that's where it's been leading up to, and I still believe it's going to be Arya.
But she don't want to rule, though.
It don't matter what she wants.
At
this point, it might change. It might have changed now that she's on this white horse riding through this fiery city, and she watched this mother and child burn up in the middle of the city.
She
Spoiler alert.
Be Game of Thrones John Wick. That's all she want to do. To go out and pop cats.
Yeah, man. It will remain to be seen. Next week is the grand finale. We're definitely going to go into that deep and heavy. I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in and being a part of the Barbershop. We appreciate it. We thank you. We love you. It's been an incredible show. Great to have True back in the building, man.
Hey, man, it's good to be back, T.
Yeah, man. And we're going to have to put a picture of your contraption up on Twitter, man. What is that? You by the way, I've had to say this for the last few weeks, so we need you to fill in and tell us what the Twitter account name is.
Barbershop Show _ Twitter.
Yeah.
Check us out on Twitter.
So we're going to put a picture of True and his leg up on there, man. And we're going to definitely hear from you guys on what you think about this Game of Thrones and what you think about the show. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, logging in. Until next week, it's T Holla, Marcus Trufant, producer Reese is in the house.
What's going on?
Thank you. We'll catch you next week.
I know I'm from it, I got used to this. Mansion in the hills, I got used to this. Shake a booty, I got used to this. This ice flooded my wrist, I done got used to this.